CrazyMikesapps.com with an iPhone app demo for Who's Faster Racing. Car enthusiasts will love this entertainment app, which has a massive amount of auto information, including 3,400 different car models and a super cool side-by-side simulated car racing feature for any two cars of your choosing. Right away, you're going to see there are a bunch of car makers included in this application. This is the logo view. Now, we're going to go into BMW, and here are the series included for BMWs. We're going to go into the Z series. The flag means most cars can be raced in that area. The camera means there are photos. We're going to go into the Z4 E89 Roadster. Now, in here, there are 4 different vehicles with mods, and we're going to see that there are photos for that at the bottom. It'll give us a bigger view when we go down there, and you can actually swipe from side to side for the larger and do the same for the cover flow images at the bottom. And we're going to head back into the specs, and there are a bunch of specs for these cars. You're checking this out, the Z4 E89 Roadster S-Drive 35i, 306 horsepower, all sorts of chassis, performance, engine specs, you name it. Another cool feature, tap on the edit in the upper right, and you can actually put in adjusted spec information if you know it to be different than what's in the app. But you're going to have to include your name, email, and so on so they can verify you. You can also add a car to your racing list. What that means is it goes into a queue and you can race it against any other car side by side. It's objectively raced and simulated based on specs. We're going to try out our BMW against a Carrera GT. You can see the dimensions and weight in a side-by-side comparison, and you can do this with any two cars, engine specs, performance, chassis. This is also a great app if you're buying a car to find out some detailed information because they have a load of cars in here. Now when you're ready to race, that's what you do. Red, yellow, green. You're going to see the Porsche on the left and the BMW on the right. The Porsche is blowing it away. Now this is a half-mile race. You can race either quarter, half, or 1 mile. Surprisingly, some cars will beat other cars in a quarter, but not so in a half mile. Specifically this Porsche. I couldn't find any other cars that could beat it, so I raced another Porsche against it, and you're going to see those results in just a moment. Now after the race is over, you're going to get your breakdown on how long it took each car to finish for a half mile, and you can share that with Twitter and Facebook. Now let's switch down to a quarter mile, and then we're going to try the Porsche Carrera GT against the Panamera, and here you're going to see what happens. Now the Panamera is on the left, and it's taken off, and the Carrera is not far behind. You're going to see, though, that the car on the left ends up winning. But if you notice right towards the end, the Carrera GT starts to speed up, and it actually wins in the half mile, so I'll save you the drama. Share to Facebook. It's successful, so you can share that. Now we're going to go into the About area. Under Who's Faster, you can find out more information about them, their social sites, and their website. In the help area, it's very simplistic and easy to use application. It's intuitive. You can find out what the flag and the camera mean. Here are the settings. View type, we're going to change to list, and you can have sound effects on or off as well as dimensions. Now in the list view, you actually get the name of the car manufacturer, which is very, very helpful because I didn't know what all the icons or logos meant, because some of the high-end smaller car makers are very unique and they're not that well known. Now again, in racing mode, you can compare vehicles before racing. You can edit the cars in your racing queue by tapping on edit in the upper right and delete them off. And that is it for this iPhone app demo. Until next time, Crazy Mike saying see ya.